That's why numerous points of articulation is important for you to really be able to get all types of poses down pat and get them really looking through the scope and in the right form of shooting. It would make no sense if you had a Punisher figure that couldn't really get in a good shooting position or a sniper position, so it's always nice. Yeah, man, I got so many things tucked away in the package that I forget that I have things tucked away in the package in the back of my closet. I was just organizing my closet and putting away some figures and getting ready for the next set of displays. And I remembered I had got this at Comic-Con, so I also now realize that this backdrop in there is what a lot of people use too. So I'm gonna go ahead in there, open this up, and take the backdrop out. I'm gonna leave the figures in there for right now. I don't really need them right now, but you know, it's always good to have a nice surplus of doubles and triples. Alright, trying to construct this room right here. Trying to do a scene from Civil War where Spider-Man owned Iron Man for a second. Got the floor laid down. Got the walls. Got the window outline. I got some little shots for the window to put on, a picture to put on the wall. I need to put a door up there, but it's coming along. I don't really like how the wall is. You could see it there. I gotta fix that and just fix it a little more. But so far, so good. Just testing out how the room looks with figures inside of it before I perfect it and fix it up and add the door and some different stuff, and then get down to the real display. Plus I was testing out this little baton from Daredevil here. I cut the strings off and put a twisty tie in between so it'll be posable. So I'm just testing out how the room looks with figures in there. Alright, just testing out the space more. I made a little door. Need to probably paint it up a little bit and put it against the wall. I think the floor is laid down pretty good. I just put some furniture there. That table is probably going to stay there because there was a table in the scene. Tony Stark chatting it up with Wolverine over a bottle of whiskey and a cigar here. But you can see the room is coming along pretty nicely. I added a little grate at the top. I need to fix that up a little bit more though, but I added like a little ventilation grate up there. I need to tape it down more, but I'm literally constructing the room here from scratch. Just taking a little moment to do a little more arts and crafts here. This is a base that my man Tony from Collecticon did, so I don't think that I did all of this. I actually just did a little bit of paint work, making it a little more green because it was mostly like a bluish black, but I'm gonna use this for something, and use this tech deck box for something as well. But yeah, try to head out and go find some after Christmas sales. Alright, getting back down to business now, running through some ideas, trying to figure out what I'm gonna use for the King Beastman's contest entry versus JRA. Gotta come with some fire, no pun intended, but I'm running through ideas. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but a little draft right here of Spider-Man and Human Torch versus Venom, and Human Torch kinda burning the hell out of Venom and Spider-Man just getting out the way. More ideas. I have no clue what I'm doing, but just running through ideas, playing with my toys and figuring out what it's going to be. Alright, getting down to the next stages. Added one little cutout there. Added Invisible Woman coming up along the side and using her kind of force field to sweep Venom's foot. That's the kind of motion. I mean, it was already kind of set up like that, so I just added another character. I mean, this is how I built it. Already looked like he was getting pushed back, and Symbiote was getting seared from his skin with the fire. So I just added Invisible Woman to the side because it seemed like the right thing to do. I just like the way that looked. Like Abomination's taking off his coat so he could smack up Bruce Banner, and Doc Samson's trying to stop him, but the end result is Abomination knocked out. I'm getting sidetracked though. I'm still trying to work on this and get it right on both sides. Mr. Fantastic is getting tossed around, but I was figuring out which one to go with, and kind of like how this was going out first, and that's why I've been adding more to that, and I got a couple of more ideas for that too. But I do like the way this looks with the fierce uppercut, lifting thing up off his feet. But this is the practice. Alright, the little ones on the top. Alright, more progression here. Real quick, this the Yancey Street Boys backdrop thingy, I just glued that together, by the way. That's how I got it to stay up there. I've been using that in the past couple of between times you may have seen it pop up, but I just glued the pieces together to give it a solid brick wall. But usually when I'm constructing pieces that are really close together like this, it's almost like a puzzle the way I support everything. Obviously I used these beautiful stands from my man JR, but everything is supported together and still looks like it's part of the display. So I got Spider-Man kind of blocking himself from Human Torch's flame, but also from Mr. Fantastic falling. But Mr. Fantastic actually has a little support in Venom's hand and on Spider-Man there, and they all pretty much supported by this this stand under Venom's right leg, and the one sticking up in his mouth that you can't even really see. Plus I have Invisible Woman holding him in the mouth there, sweeping him, and the flames from Human Torch is somewhat supported on Venom's body there a little bit, so it's sort of like a puzzle almost, and you can see it's sturdy. It's not going anywhere, but alright, on to the next steps. I added Thing in there. I had to move them, actually, everybody up towards the front, but it's cool because it's so solid that I could actually just move Venom and move Invisible Woman, kind of fix her position in a little bit. The cutout that I have is kind of perfect because it's saying like, yeah, and it's kind of trailing off at the end, and she's grabbing his tongue. I had her grabbing like the roof of his mouth before, but she's grabbing his tongue, sweeping his foot, not really touching his foot, but just using her invisible telekinetics or what have you. And Spider-Man's ducking down from the flames and from Mr. Fantastic getting knocked over, and the Fantastic Four vehicle there, Thing kind of pushing it out the way and trying to advance, and poor Herbie getting hit with some weapon from Venom. Venom's really looking like he's not going down without a fight, so that's how I wanted to make it really look. Alright. Added some more in here. Alright, I got Doctor Strange up in there. So I was thinking about this from the beginning to get a little still motion. I don't know if it's going to be too much though, but to have the torch transforming and coming around and burning them. If I could get this guy right in the middle here somewhere. I'm going to try to work it out. Alright, added Wolverine. Added some little bullcrap to the bottom just to cover the bases a little bit. And we got the Illuminati versus the Hulk. And some Illuminati people brought along a friend. Professor X brought along Wolverine. Iron Man brought along the Wasp. Mr. Fantastic brought along the Thing. And Doctor Strange, Namor, and Black Bolt don't have any friends. So I scrapped the still motion idea for this one for right now. I'm gonna just add a little more detail and finish this up. Kind of like where this one is at right now. This I'm gonna use for something else, add a little more detail. Still got this, working it out. Still gotta get this fixed. Alright, so this is going to be it for this episode of Meantime in Between Time. Rate, comment, subscribe. Stop being a pussy and put why you voting down. I spent this whole entire episode trying to figure out what I'm going to do for the King Beastman's contest, but just practicing and just going through stuff, but none of the things that you saw will be the entry. I think I figured out what I want to do. So the video after this one should be the contest entry. I've been speaking to a lot of people who are going to be part of the contest. I think you guys are going to be pretty excited for some of the entries. So good luck to everybody, and I'll talk to y'all dudes soon. Peace.